it ain't real out here in these streets? It's real out here in these streets.
The streets of Vegas.
Yes. Greetings, everyone. My name is James Mays, Fence Music Ambassador. Setting precedents, I don't want to be known for rushing. If I'm reaching, then impeach. I politic a minute before I put the preaching in. This sickness is a precondition.
Who else you know was crucified, died, then the day after the second day, left the grave, arose indeed, levitated to
Streets of Vegas, Season 3, Episode 12 with my man JFence Music. What's
good
up with you, brother?
What's good with you, bro?
Appreciate you stopping by,
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely,
Thank you for having me.
man. Appreciate you, man. You know, I've been checking you out for a while, man, at a couple of battles and stuff, man. And following you, I said, man, I think I need to get him on the show just for like not your average perspective, but a different perspective from the game. Because I know you originally from California, right?
I'm from LA. Yeah,
okay.
I'm from LA,
so,
man.
So what brought you to LV, man? What brought you?
Look, man, I just needed to change, man. If anybody who live in LA, you just know LA is extra.
Yeah.
LA is extra all across the board, man. The people are extra, traffic is extra. Like
cost of living,
everything is extra, and I'm good with that. It's home. I'm always gonna love it. But I just wanted like a little bit slower pace. Right. And people think, Vegas is slower pace, but whatever.
Man, it really ain't, man. It might, but how
it
long
is
you
though.
been out here though? Compared to that, it is.
Yeah, definitely. I've been here about 7 years.
About 7 years.
Almost 7 years. Yeah, coming up.
Okay. And how did your music career start, man? Like, of course, it started like back in LA. Right?
Well, yeah, it started back in LA. I recorded my first project, the Fence Music Project. Before like maybe 5 months before I moved here. So I was excited about it and everything, and then like, you know, me and the wife had a talk and we was like, we just gonna move. But how it all started, man, I've actually been writing and recording since I was like 15.
Okay, for a minute and something.
Yeah, for
like,
a minute.
So would you say like in high school and all that stuff? Man?
Yeah. It like, I remember it was one summer, my first job, I did like custodial work at the school for my first summer job, and you know, I was just kind of singing and sweeping one day, and the dude was like, yo, man, you do music? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, I guess.
Yeah.
I said yeah, but I was like, I don't know. And then he was like, we should go record. And those recordings are horrible, and if that guy is out there, I think you should burn him. Yeah,
but that's some of the starting ground. You got to start somewhere, though, man.
Nah, you shouldn't start there.
That's great.
No one should continue if it starts like that.
And then did you start out like solo or with a group? Did he want you?
It was actually a group. It was like 3 of us, and we. That's so funny. So yeah, it's like 3 of us or whatever, and once again, it just sounds horrible.
You never know till you go back and listen. And
no, like, I know now. I knew then.
Sometimes you be thinking at the time, oh man, this is hot.
No, I knew it was horrible.
Yeah. At least you're honest about it.
And then like from there on, man, but it actually lit a fire in me in a point of like, I like this process and how do I get better? I've always been like, if I'm not there, how do I get better? And so like, and this once again, it's like 15. And I remember I wrote my first song to my girl at the time. You know what I'm saying? She my wife now, so you know, it just shows my consistency.
Yeah. You always strike me as a creative too, like man, you know, across. You know, a lot of different boards, whether it be, you know, the music, the film, and all that too. Yeah. So it seems like something you've always been into.
But I'm a student of the game.
Yeah.
I'm literally a student of the game, man. I get in there and I figure out what I don't have, and I figure out where to go get it.
Okay.
I look at people who do it or do it well. People who do it bad too. So you know what not to.
You can learn from the other side too. You can learn from
everything, man. Everything. You learn from a good day and a bad day.
That is true. And like knowing that, like you pretty much wear, you know, your faith on your sleeve as far as it comes to your music.
Well, yeah. So it's definitely transitioned
in that lane. Has it always been in that lane?
I transitioned into that when I was young, man. When I was 18, so it shows my growth. Actually, I got signed to a distribution deal through Universal.
Okay.
Back in LA, with a group called EOL.
Okay. And what was that tip on? Was they on the tip you on now?
It was just fun, positively party, man. LA kids, you know what I'm saying? We was 18 years old. We just wanted to be, you know, where it was. Wanted to get girls. Wanted to drive nice cars.
Typical.
Yeah. But it wasn't like crazy disrespectful. You know, we did love songs. Love songs was in at that time. I tried out for some groups in the midst of it. And made it kind of far in the audition process, but didn't make it too you know, all the way, obviously, and found another group because once again I was all about getting better. Then we got like I said, we got signed to that deal, man. We were still doing music, and it was if you want to secular music, whatever.
That's the term. Yeah, man. And what turned that page to me, like you say, like, okay, now I'm gonna ride in this lane, because you know, as you know, it's like a stigma on gospel rap artists. Sure.
Oh no, it's there. Ain't no per se. It's there.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I don't know what it is, because a lot of the cats out here, they got, they got, bars, they got flow.
Right.
I don't, and like,
I think it got to be for you though. Like it ain't just for everybody, man. If you want to talk about God, you can just talk about God, but just don't make it rhyme, because you don't. Maybe you lack the studying that it would take to make it. You got to study the word. You got to study hip hop. You got to study, cadence. You got to study bar setup. All of that, and a lot of people just kind of miss that that aspect of it. They just want to rap and they just excited about it, which is dope. Like, do it for God, but everybody.
But some cats that shouldn't be doing it in that lane, because like
maybe
you said,
not.
They don't have the.
There's a lot of people who fall under the sang baby, sang for Jesus, baby.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, it's good, but at least it's for Jesus, so it's okay.
Yeah. And what did you say? You turned the page on, like from the would you say secular music to like the
fence music? Man, I was
explain that concept, fence music. I got a little bit.
How fence music came up is actually kind of the story of like where the change happens, right?
Okay.
So I with my wife now, we were pregnant with my son.
Okay.
And things were kind of like just going wild, and I had this whole little encounter with this girl that really changed my mind. Like, yo, you got to change your life, and we can get into that story too. But you got to change your life, and so I you know what I'm saying, started like really dealing with my now wife a lot more. We got pregnant with my son, and
first son,
my only son.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying, and so because I have an older daughter.
Okay.
Right. So my basically after that, we kind of got back together and so on and so forth. And me and the guy who I was in a group with, who I was also signed, this is a second deal that happened. We were signed with the album that just fell through, the deal that just fell through, and I kind of went.
Stuff was happening.
Yeah, man, and I kind of went into this like. I'm just not feeling music no more. And I went 3 years without writing a verse or writing anything that I liked.
Wow.
I went 3 years.
Kind of step back.
Yeah, man. But I took that time to like really just kind of get back in tune with my family. Within that time, me and my wife now, we got married. You know what I'm saying? Son was born, daughter, we had a whole family, moved in together. We was all living in the same house. I was just trying to really make it right.
Yeah, make it right. And sometimes you got to step back for that. That's life stuff. You know what I mean? People don't really realize that, man.
And so in that whole process, I was sitting there, I was working at a car rental spot. I was the exit gate attendant. And as I'm sitting at the exit gate, I just got this idea. I was just like, I said, God, I want to write. I want to write again. I want to like be happy with you again. I want to be one-on-one with you. And one of my boys hit me up maybe like 2 days later and was like, yo, man, it's this church. You want to come and sing at this church? You know what I'm saying? It's paying and so on and so forth. They just need a praise team. So
you've been singing in too.
Yeah. That's actually where I started.
Like a double threat, man.
It was. That's what I said when I first started singing. It was horrible, but I got a lot better since then. But so as he called me, he was like, "Yo, you want to do this?" And bam. I started singing at the church again. That put the music back in me. And then I was once again at work, and God said fence music, and I was like, oh. After this, I don't want no discussion. When it comes to these lyrics and beats, I'm known to crush them. Even though I don't condone destruction, still give you heat off of the top. The flow's a dope eruption. That's an introduction. Soon we'll get to the subject. What that means? Fence music. And so I wrote this song called The Introduction, which is on the first project. It's the last song on the first project, the Fence Music Project. And
that was your first project?
That was the first Fence Music Project, and what it was it was just basically inviting me back into church. You know what I'm saying? And the whole idea of like just writing for God. And really from there on, I couldn't write anything else. I couldn't write anything unless it was for God.
Because once you go that way, it's like I can't go the other way.
And so what Fence Music meant to me, and what God told me, basically what you need to do is you need to be able to go to the fence.
Okay.
Because there's people who are straddling the fence.
Right.
A lot of times people think,
I knew it was something to it. Okay. Yeah.
But it's actually even deeper than that. But like this is like the broad and what obviously be like JFence. Oh, you straddling the fence? All right. Well, let's go further in that.
Okay.
So people who are at the fence, right? We forget that it's people trying to change their lives.
Yeah.
And it's people that just changed their lives.
Okay.
Those people just came over. They still got remnants of their old life on them, and they trying to clean that off. And then there's people who want to change, they don't know how to do it. And they need that invitation. They need somebody to actually go and help them on this side of the fence, right?
Okay.
So JFence is the embodiment of going to the fence and being, you know what I'm saying, dope enough to listen to, and you know what I'm saying, maybe cool enough to be able to be relatable with.
Yeah, and not your typical, because that's what I got from you. Like, you still a raw street hip hop dude, but it's just like laced with the, you know what I mean? So
it's got remnants of testimony. It got remnants of just like praise and worship in it. But all throughout, people look at it and be like, yo, I like the way you did that.
I like the way you did it.
Your approach on it just seems a little bit different.
That's what got me, So
then also like JFence is, you know, the word of the Lord is my sword. And so like when you fighting with the sword, you fencing. So really,
I got you.
So
it's a double meaning almost.
Oh yeah, man. It's and it can get even deeper. But but basically that's the gist of it.
Okay.
I'm able to go to the fence and be able to talk to people, or I go where people in the church don't normally go. I'm going to places where, you know what I'm saying, you're afraid to talk to those folks. You actually think they're a little bit lost, and they just they needed somebody to come in and say, hey man, just to remind you, man, God is good. Yo, bro, I needed to hear that. And now you got a conversation started, so on and so forth. So I'm the invitation,
you open them up. I see what you're saying. You can bridge that gap or be that door that they didn't know exists.
And that's what was funny. The first song I wrote was called The Invitation, and now I consider myself basically a flyer for God. Like, I'm just the invitation. Like, once we get you in church, and you know what I'm saying, then we can get you discipled, and we can get people, you know what I'm saying, working on you in your walk and so on and so forth. And I'm here doing it also, you know what I'm saying?
Side by side.
But ain't nobody perfect. I don't want it. Don't let nobody fool you. Ain't nobody perfect when it comes to this walk. The difference about Christians and people who claim to not be Christians is that we're able to at least say, look, we're not perfect, but I'm trying to get perfect.
I'm trying to get perfect. I think that's the big thing too. They think that, oh man, just because of that, everybody know. I'm just admitting I'm fighting this just like you.
I'm fighting it tough, and you know what I'm saying. Every day ain't gonna be a great day. Every day ain't gonna be a bad day. But I'm willing to look at the positives that happen in that day. Through the word of God, and but you don't have to get all preachy sometimes. Sometimes it's just your life. Just how you living. Yo, you tried to do something good today. You took the right path. We all at a fork in the road, man. You just got to choose the way you want to go.
And your actions too. That actions speak a lot too, man.
It actually speaks louder than words.
And touching on your music, I know you've been doing a lot of remixes lately, man. What kind of brought that on? Like the one with the India.
I don't even want to think about it. No idea what we would be without it. Failure ain't an option, so we can't allow it. You've been endowed with the power of change. You can stand at the door of greatness or cower away.
All I need is a concept, a half page, and I'm as dangerous as a bomb threat. Flat stage, 2 mics and a sound check. Profound, yes. So I haven't we gotten a crown yet? I'm guessing.
Professor with my mouth, I believe without a doubt that he is gonna work it out. It's an exam and I am ready for test time. Praise through the stress, leaves less room for stress time. The chest.
I like those. Man, what inspired that little run with that?
Man, like, just to kind of teach people how to listen to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And let
they could hear like a beat like you over a Drake beat, but then when they hear the content, they like,
right.
Okay,
well, a lot of times what people do in music now, they'll just take the beat. They just completely snatch the beat and they'll just do their song over it.
Okay.
But what does it look like if you had a project where I'm featuring with these people?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's like an all-star album, though. Like N.D.R.E. got Kelly. I'm like, man, he got some cats on there, man.
And whatever's a good vibe. Like I got a Molly music joint that I'm gonna throw out there. A couple other ones that I've already written, and then I'm always just looking. I'm putting them out weekly. So they on my SoundCloud, obviously, because you can't really put that out. They're on my YouTube, they're on my Instagram.
But I think they're good, even though you can't put them out officially. They still good projects.
But it just teaches people how to listen to you. If you can, you know what I'm saying. You can sit back and vibe to all of that, you don't have to. You don't have to skip it because it's one of your favorite artists anyway. People like Tori Kelly, people like Kurt Franklin, people like Molly music.
I was surprised with Kurt Franklin. I'm like, wow, man. You know,
so I like his is gonna be coming out soon. I actually did 2 songs for him, and then Yeah, man. All types of people.
Yeah.
Just get in where you fit in. That's actually the project is
yeah.
get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
Or get in where I fit in. And then it's hashtag featuring Fence.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
That's dope, man. Now, do you work with anybody else like in the city in Vegas or what? Like anybody else that's on the tip or
I'm on the single of God's Poet. She got a song called "Fill Me In." I'm on that single.
Okay.
It's getting played out on the radio out here. MOB Band.
Yeah, I heard of them. Okay, okay.
MOB Band. I'm on their single "Feel All Right."
Man,
it's another dude. It's another dude. Preach Music.
Yeah, Preach. That was he was at the Glow in the Dark joint.
He did that joint.
Okay.
I'm on like 2 of his songs.
Okay.
And I'm still looking. Anybody who need a verse about anything, trust me. I hope not to disappoint.
Yeah, very open to that, man. Very open to that.
Yeah.
And then talk to us a little bit about Rhetoric. That's coming up 2019. Yeah. And how did you get into the like? It's kind of like a league. It's almost like correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of like the Christian rap battle league or something.
Rhetoric is the poetry event that's going on.
Okay.
Overflow Rap League is the rap league, and it's a Christian rap league, and basically. What it is there are people who love battle rap. Okay. They love the wordplay, they love the cadence, so on and so forth, but maybe they convicted by the content.
Right.
And so we took an opportunity to be able to just say, look, we just as dope as all these other cats out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 4 Horsemen. You got Saga, you got Loso, you got Street Hymns, you got A-Ward. They're out there battling people in the world, and I've actually done some battles.
Now, I noticed that too. You did. I seen you in some circles where you was like, you jumped right in.
Before we get to design the elements of your tune, first I want to acknowledge the elephants in the room. Look, you see that? They all is. They all is. They want to see the wild animal tame. I'm not saying battling Lee was a mammoth mistake, but I stumbled over words. I know that I seemed drunk. I was hoarding all these bars. My brain shrunk to the size of a peanut. Sure, the outcome was rather bizarre. See, Vince felt like Dumbo, and Lee went on to battle Bar. And as you can guess,
yeah, man. Like,
is that good? Like, it's like sparring. That's good, like, you know, practice and stuff too.
Well, it's actually the battle. You know what I'm saying? When you in there and people talking about they're gonna take your head off, and they got the gun. And, you know what I'm saying? Your girl,
I hit him with the 9 and all
exactly. So you know what I'm saying? You got to stand in front of that. But as long as I got my message, man, it's an opportunity to be that guy that goes to the fence and show. Like, first of all, I'm as dope as you. So you just got bodied by what you said. You just got bodied by a Christian. And then after that, we can have a whole conversation about life and walk and talk, because now I'm relatable to you.
I'm relatable,
I'm able to talk to you in a way that you understand. And now that we had this conversation, now there's a relationship being built here. Now maybe you come into the church or whatever the case is, or you just, you know what I'm saying? You got somebody to call when things are happening. You got somebody to pray for you. You got some. It's just about that. It's that evangelism. The evangelism.
It's a different kind of evangelism.
Yeah, man. You just got to go where people are.
Yeah, all from getting bodied, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's coming up. When is that coming up? Is that like an annual thing coming up?
Rhetoric is an event from P4CM.
Okay. Now, what is P4CM? I seen, we were just looking at that. But what
P4CM is the Passion for Christ movement.
Okay.
And they started out of LA. They used to have these events like monthly or yearly, even, called the Lyricist Lounge. Okay. And it just grew, man, and it would just be poets just coming in there doing their thing. They might have
kind
a
of like
rapper,
an open mic, spoken word,
almost, but they would hand pick them, and so they had some really, really good talent, man. And so this eventually Lyricist Lounge got too big, and so they changed it to the term Rhetoric. Okay. And Rhetoric became their big show, man. 4, 5, 6,000 people be at these shows, man, just to come see poetry. Man. Yeah, just to come and actually see poetry. They got a following
like that. Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy, man. P4CM. Shout out to P4CM. They're doing amazing things, man. And so they actually reached out to me once they heard some music, and they were doing this thing called the Lyricist Sessions, where they shot a video for you. I went and did that. And
is this all in LA? This is all
in LA. This is, I mean, I'm out here living now, but you know, saying going back to LA and just kind of keeping that.
You still got them roots out there too.
Exactly. So we did those, and this year at Rhetoric, I actually got chosen to be one of the open mic artists. Like they have thousands of people who audition for this, man.
And you made it through the cut out of all them. They must have really been feeling you, man.
They must have really liked it. And I wouldn't even consider myself a poet because that's a skill that you could do.
That's a whole nother thing,
man. To talk like rap and to talk like poetry, to talk like battle rap, like those are cadences that you have to study. And so I went into my bag and studied what it took to do all of that.
Okay.
After I did that, I wrote a poem. I wrote one poem, and it's gonna be the poem that they chose and it's gonna be the one that I'm doing actually at Rhetoric.
And it's kind of stretching your artistic style too, a little bit, being able to broaden it out a little bit.
But when it comes down to it, man, I just want to be known as a writer.
Right.
A writer. Like, he was a dope rapper, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or
but writers last forever. You know what I mean?
Man. You write something down on a piece of paper, it become a book. I'm working on books, I'm working on movies, I'm working on screenplays.
And that's where it's at, really writing, man. You know, that's where the real money is, the writing, man.
Yeah, so I just want to be known as a writer, bro.
I know one time I seen you went to New York or something for, was it some battle? Like, what was that about? Was it a battle too?
Yeah, so
was it the Overflow thing?
Overflow is in Connecticut.
Do they move around, or are they primarily East Coast, or where
this year, this is when they start doing some movement. So Rhetoric, at this year's Rhetoric, Overflow is going to fly out to Cali.
Now, are they connected to each other?
Not at all.
Two separate things?
Two separate things, but through my relationship with P4CM, I was able to help make that connection with them. Because when you look at battle rap and you look at what poetry is, it's almost the same language. It's just a little bit different.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
So obviously,
very
battle rap is a little bit more combative, but I mean, they got slam poetry too. So basically what this is going to be is they're going to do a battle before Rhetoric this year. Okay. And I'm involved in that too. So I'm going to have a battle earlier in the day, and I'm going to have a poem that's going to happen at that night.
That's a lot of work that night, man.
Oh yeah, we ready though. We ready.
Man, we ready. Man. And so, man, we like halfway through the year, man, of 2019. You done dropped a lot of joints, man. What can we expect for the second half of the year, would you say?
More music, you know what I'm saying, some original music, putting some real good singles out there, because that's really kind of where it is now, the whole project. It's just for, you know what I'm saying, just baby spoon feed them, some good music. Here's some more featuring Fence stuff that's coming out, more battles.
Keep the battle game strong.
Some big leagues, man, moving up. A lot of the guys out there in the Overflow Rap League is doing some major stuff. One of my guys had a PG.The, which is from URL.
URL is big too.
URL is the pinnacle. It's the pinnacle. So he had a PG.The, and I'm gonna go battle at Gates-The Garden, and I had a couple other so we're not just doing this to rap at each other. It's a ministry thing.
At the same time.
It's a ministry thing, and so basically the first year and a half of Overflow is all about building up the church or the ministry or the idea of what we're doing here. And we've gotten
so it's a mission behind it.
It's a mission, man. We going out there. We're gonna flood the gates, man. We're gonna flood the gates with like, look at us. We battle rap. We Christian, and we ain't. You know what I'm saying? We not selling ourselves short just so we can have a gun bar that's gonna kill you. Nah, I'm gonna give you this real, and you're gonna enjoy it.
I'm gonna really give you the real, without that, And
at the end of the day, now we having conversations. Now people realize, like, wait a minute, I actually can do. Because that's the thing about Christianity, right? People don't think that. People think you got to give up so much. Yo, man, I can't be creative no more. Ain't gonna be no more fun, no smiles. Like, first of all, your perception is off of what you think Christians are. You know what I'm saying?
Think they basing it off limited knowledge?
Yeah, well, they are. They're basing it off of what became popular first, right? So if you look at the big old, you know, mega church preachers who you may think are like, yo, I need a private plane. Like, that's not everybody. First of all, we don't want to be broke. And if you just be honest with yourself, who don't want to ride on a private plane, but not justifying what that is, but I'm just saying, like, that's not everybody.
That's not everybody.
That's not everybody, man. But like, we really out here in the trenches. People still growing up in the streets. Like, we fall short. You still can get socked in the mouth. Like, don't
everything.
But it's gonna take a second thought, and we really don't want to go there. We don't have to go there, and 9 times out of 10 we choose not to go there.
We choose not to go.
But don't think just because we like God and you know what I'm saying, we follow Jesus, that we not gonna protect ourselves in the situation. So we're not punks. You know, but that's kind of where people put it. And as long as we can be real about ourselves and be real about our walk, it's different when it's authentic.
Yeah,
you don't got to practice. You don't got to practice authenticity.
The realest thing is just being true to who you are.
Yeah,
just
man.
Being real, like this is what it is. This is what I am. And that, to me, that lasts longer than trying to do something outside. Yeah,
because I don't got to fake the truth.
Yeah,
I don't have to like bottle it up. I don't have to practice it. I just
ain't nothing like it, man. The truth is the truth, man.
I mean, I've done events in clubs and in bars, and you know what I'm saying. Obviously, battle rap, when it's battle rap, it ain't always. It's not in churches or anything.
Yeah,
like
it ain't
that.
None of that. It's in the most probably challenging environments.
Tough,
too,
man.
You know
Like
what I mean?
the air is full of weed and drink, so on and
so
so forth. And I still go in there
all
and
the
be me.
temptations are around, man. And what keeps you grounded, man? Like what?
What I've been through. I dealt with that. I know what it's like to be crazy blunted. Like, I know what it's like to be stupid drunk. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
been there, done that, man.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with somebody last night. Like, they say, like, when you start smoking weed, I was like, man, I started smoking a long time ago, because I started to believe a lie. The lie was, man, I write the best when I'm high. And I was like, that's kind of I didn't want that to be my crutch.
And
so
that's a crutch. That's a crutch. And that's
so
I
stopped.
Man.
And
I think it stymies your creativity.
Now.
Yeah, it stymies your creativity, really.
Well, I don't know. I think people write amazing when they're high. I'm not saying that it's a hindrance or a help. What I am saying is that I started to believe the lie. Like, people actually feel like, yo, I can't get up in the morning unless I'm high. Like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, yeah, you can. You just don't want. Maybe you just don't want to try.
You just don't want to.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's a mental thing. It ain't got really nothing to do with the drug, whatever. But for me, like, once again, I started to believe that lie. Like, I ain't gonna be as talented. People not gonna really want to hear what I gotta say if I'm not. So I took some time off, and then I realized, I don't got to go back to that. Yeah, man.
That's real, man. That's real, man.
Well, some people, people have their crutches.
Yeah, they do. They crutches, they vices.
Yeah, but I mean, do what you do, you, man.
Do you? Yeah, everybody.
You'll come to your own conclusion.
Yeah, they got to find themselves, man.
Yep.
What would you say the biggest difference is from the Las Vegas market and the LA market as far as music goes? I know they're two different animals, but
that's definitely a truth.
Yeah, from your perspective, what would you say?
Vegas is a tough come out crowd because you got the Strip, and when people come here, they like, yo, man, we going to the Strip, we turn it up. That's where all the entertainment is.
That's just a lot of competition with just that, huh?
Yeah, that's the main competition. Really, if you're going against it, there's no competition because it's the Strip or not. So if your show ain't on the Strip, near the Strip, or downtown some way, people don't really want to kind of deal with that. They like,
they don't want to check out the little smaller venues.
So it's harder to get people out. It's harder to get people out at shows. You got to actually be really good to get somebody to support you. You know what I'm saying? Or you tug on the heartstrings because you've been here for so long, and then people come out to your shows because they know you or they like you as a person. Me, I don't care about that. I just want to be good. I want to be good at what I do, and then when you come out to my shows, you're like, oh, this is something different.
This is something different.
Yeah,
this is something.
Because I'm already presenting something different than what the person came on before me and the person gonna come after me. I want to stand out in some way. And what's bolder than being in a club where everybody kind of sipping and drinking and dancing and maybe dressed scantily and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I just came here for a reminder. God is real. All right, I'm out. And like people be like, "Whoa, what was that? What was that?" But they did it in a crazy way.
The way he did it.
And now it leave your mind because to be honest, people love God more than we think.
Yeah, I think so.
People love God more than we think, man. We just in a world where everybody is. They feel like you will be offended if you bring up God. You know what I'm saying?
It's a touchy
subject, man. Like the liberal media or the conservative media or the LGBTQ, and it's a whole bunch of other letters, and I don't want to.
They add another initial onto that, man.
Like all of these different parties are like making everybody soft because you can't offend the liberal, you can't offend the conservative, you can't offend the LGBT, the gay and lesbian community, you can't offend, you know what I'm saying, people who may be going through it. Like, don't talk crazy about all it, but like First of all, it's all people. But the thing is that you think that my faith is going to offend you.
Yeah.
What if your liberal ideas offend me? What if your
works both
conservative
ways.
ideas offend me? What if
your
the gay or lesbian ideas offend me?
Yeah.
Now I'm offended, but it don't count.
Yeah.
So let's take offense out of it. You know what I'm saying? Is just say, look, this is your truth, this is your truth, this is your truth, but what is the overall truth, right?
Yeah.
You can't change, black is black, you can't change it, white is white, it is gonna be it. Like, everybody like to live in the gray area.
Yeah, it is true, especially nowadays. I don't know what happened, but it's like the world has shifted towards that area, man. You know, so, but absolutely, man. So, anything else, man, we didn't know about you? I know you got the event coming up.
Right, so we got Rhetoric 2019 that's coming up, p4cm.com. They're doing amazing thing. You got the battle at Overflow, and then obviously Overflow Rap Ministry, Overflow Rap League. Look them up. Okay. They're doing amazing things, man. Like really kind of taking over the battle scene at every level. You know what I'm saying? At every level right now.
Grinding slowly, doing their thing.
Today, when we recorded this, the very day, man, two of the Christian battlers from two of the Christian battlers from the Four Horsemen just killed on URL today, like, and those are my guys. Those are my guys. So we all in the like the same league, man. It's the League of Christ, and amazing things that happen. So check out for Overflow Rap League, man. Envision Global Group is my company. We gonna be doing events. So
y'all just starting with the events, and like, what do you got? That first one is the thing coming up.
The battle. We're sponsoring the battle out in LA. So that's gonna be pretty major.
And
man.
so, what kind of events y'all gonna put on? Primarily
concerts,
the battles.
We gonna put not just battles, just concerts. We want people to come out, man. Come out and have fun. We want to change the stigma. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be taking artists from LA and growing their brand. Basically, we're about brand elevation. So how can I get an artist out here who got some real life talent? Real life talent though, not just I'm doing it because my friends think I'm dope. Like some real life undeniable talent. How can we get them to the next level? And you know what I'm saying? Maybe partnering them with somebody who is right in a brand. I bet. Now you got a show, a tour, a concert, something that's going on. We gonna grow the festivals. It's gonna be amazing, man.
That sounds huge, man.
Yeah.
And where can we, like, it seems like you really about growth and like
all the time
doing bigger stuff. Where do you see JFence music going in the future? Is it more like grooming the artists, or more putting the shows on? You still gonna be a creative yourself too?
I'm still gonna be a creative. Like me, once again, I'm gonna always be a writer. So whatever that process for me is gonna be, it's always going to start from the creative standpoint of pen to paper.
Pen to paper.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Where it started.
Always start, man. You know, I'm a pinhead, man. So I gotta be able to sit down and write out something, or even it's taking notes for a plan, or if it's throwing events and so on and so forth. I gotta be on the creative portion of that. And whatever falls in line to that. If
whatever
it is
opportunities come,
if it is helping artists grow, you know what I'm saying? If it's helping my brand grow, if it's helping businesses and companies grow, that's where I'm at, man. And then obviously I'm gonna still release music, I'm gonna still release content. Everything, movies to books. I don't care. It's all gonna be there, man. I can't rap forever.
You can find your music on SoundCloud, I know, right?
You can find me on SoundCloud, my Bandcamp.
The Bandcamp,
you can find some stuff.
Wow, Worship of Worship. And I'm like, wow, that's a cold title, right?
Yeah, that was the last project I released. It's called The Wow Project.
The Wow,
and it stood for the Wordsmith of Worship.
That's a cold play on words, man. I like that, man. Absolutely, man. JFence Music, man. The Streets of Vegas. Season 3, episode 12, man. Guess we're gonna get up out of here, man. Good, absolutely. So
man, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. It was good to have you, man. Good to get this perspective. So y'all check them out, man. A lot more music to come, a lot more shows and battles, man. Streets of Vegas, we out.
Peace.
For sure. The Streets of Vegas.